Hi guys, welcome back to Travelling Tonka and welcome to this third and final review of theme parks on this little mini series. Today we find ourselves at the Toverland theme park, which is in a small town called Sevenum, and that is in the Netherlands. This is the day after Halloween and it's a Saturday, so you can get an idea of what it would be like at a weekend, and with the Halloween theme still going on, which this place has, you can get an idea of what to expect as well. As you can see, our luck has completely run out with the weather. That said, it was supposed to be heavily raining all day, so I'll take what we got here. It's raining, but it's not that bad, so it could have been much worse. We arrived here around about midday again, as it is actually open till 11 PM, so it's even longer today. You've just seen the car park where we parked it in. This is the entrance walk to get to the main entrance, which is here. Once again, I bought the tickets online for this and they were €45 per person. I couldn't find any discounts at all for this night, mainly because it's Halloween themed, so there wasn't any online. There were discounts of like €10 for different days around this period, but just not the Halloween time. Also, at the time of booking, we purchased the parking as well. That's €12.50. Again, the same with all parks, you have to pay that, but it's easier to do it online when buying the ticket, so I don't forget to do it when exiting the park. On first entering, we thought, because it's raining, it's not going to be that busy, there's not going to be many people around, which for maybe the first couple of hours there wasn't, but I believe people are coming in for the Halloween themes, and as it's open till 11 PM, they're obviously coming later for that. This theme park is very much like the one we did on day one, Land, because there's not that many thrill rides here either. It's a bit more themed and it was actually quite nice to walk around and very relaxed, but it's very similar in size. This roller coaster here is the main attraction, and luckily when we got in the park it wasn't very busy, so there was only like a 25-minute wait, so we went straight on that, and it was actually really good. Even though it was raining and we got at the front, you got really hit with it. It was hard to open your eyes because it was so powerful in your face. Something I'll mention now while I've got the chance as we're walking around, this is regarding the Halloween extras and the tickets you need to buy for the different scares and houses and rides. We didn't realise this, but we went to buy them on the day, and there was none left for anything. We tried in the morning, we thought maybe it was just a glitch online, and then when we got there we tried again and nothing was available. Once we got there we actually asked guest services to find out about this. It turns out that every single thing was booked and sold out prior to it, 2 days before actually, so that's something to bear in mind if you're coming for Halloween. I mean, you can still walk through the scare zones. They have different ones set up, like I've mentioned before, with different levels of fear and fright, but that's all. You can't actually do any of the special things they put on, which I'm guessing lots and lots of people come here for if it was sold out 2 days before. So it would suggest that they're all pretty good, but I don't know because we didn't get to experience them. As you can just see there, I tried one of their local ales, which was very nice. It was actually Toverland branded. I'm not sure where they get it from or anything, but it was a very nice beer actually. And that goes to say, with all of the food and drink that we had here, once again it was all reasonably priced and there was quite a good selection of different things to have, so that's always good because it can get very samey when you're having the same types of food all day and every day. We next came round to check out this spinning coaster. It actually looks like it's really fun and fast, but when you get on it, it was a little bit disappointing. It wasn't as quick as I thought it was going to be, but it was still enjoyable nonetheless. It looks a lot more thrilling than it actually is. This park is laid out really easily, and I'm sure on a sunny day, like anywhere, this would look really nice. It was just so dull, so wet. It probably doesn't really do it justice, but everything seemed to be nicely compact as you're walking around, so you didn't really sort of have to walk too far in between each of the attractions. And like I said, around this part of the day when we got there was not many queues at all, probably 20 to 30 minutes for the first few rides that we went on. I'm not sure how much of a full day you would make this as an adult if you didn't have the Halloween things on though, because I'm just not sure there's enough there to do you know, if you want to go on the bigger rides and that. I mean, there's plenty of stuff for smaller children, but as for adults and, you know, maybe 16-year-olds, there's not a great deal. As you can see, walking around, there's still not many people around as what you'd probably expect. That's the motorbike roller coaster, which we will see later on. I'll get a closer view of that. We're just heading round towards the queue for the wooden roller coaster now. This is the area around there. There's a couple of little children's rides in there, but there's the wooden roller coaster, and we're just about to get in the queue for that. The queue time for this was around about an hour as well, mainly because they only have the one operational cart and then one loading. It's a big ride and it's quite a long one, so there's not like a third one to fill up as it's going round, so the queue does go down quite slowly. As you're about to see now, I did take my camera on with me. I thought, I'll be able to record it. I tried and got the best of what I could on it, but it was very difficult as it was very shaky. It's alright on this bit going up and that, but as with all wooden roller coasters, if you've been on them before, you'll realise they're very rattly, and trying to hold a camera at the same time proved quite difficult. Some good views of the whole of the park up there though. I mean, this one was fun. It was quite comfortable. We had the padding around the seats and in front of you again, so actually that made it a lot better to ride than what sometimes they can be. It was just the rain and the wind made it very uncomfortable at points, because as you can see, we're going very, very fast. We're just about to head inside now. There's two buildings. Luckily, when it's raining, it's quite handy that they've got an inside bit. I will mention though, this park, unlike the other two, did not have fast passes that you could buy, so there's no jump in the queue or anything like that, which is actually quite unusual for theme parks these days. As we're just walking around here to the right, we've got the log flume, which we'll go on in a minute. This is the other side of the that green roller coaster, is the motorbike coaster. I have been told, or read somewhere, that it was the first motorbike coaster in the world. If you've been to Flamingo Land in the UK, it's more or less exactly the same as that one. This little area here, what you can see just before we go inside, is also an area that turns into one of the Halloween scare sections later on. I mean, it's not on now, but a lot of that didn't start until I think 6-7 p.m. I mean, at which point we wasn't around anymore because we couldn't get any tickets to any of the scare shows. It was pointless us staying because we'd done all the rides by then. We're now on the log flume, and it actually starts indoors. This is the building that you can see from the outside. It goes indoors. I didn't know what to expect from this one either, because you can't see much of it, so it was okay. And this one, unlike the one at Wallaby, you definitely don't get that wet, which was quite a nice bonus because it was raining anyway and I could do without getting any wetter than we already were. When you're going round on the boat in there as well, it's quite funny because that's the sort of food hall, so everyone's sitting in there quite close to where the water is, and they're all having their dinner and drink, so watching you go round. This is just coming up to the highest bit now, where you go out the door and you actually are back outside now, and you can see how high we are. We're actually higher than the building, and so this one's quite a big drop, which was nice that we didn't get wet. So, but it was a good, it was a good job. As you can see, there's a lot of water that sprays up there. After we came off that, this is inside the building. There's a lot of children's rides in here, not really for adults. There is the Matterhorn Blitz ride, which I'll show you at the end because I recorded that one. That's for adults, but the rest of it was for children. And then we come round to this. I just recorded these guys getting on this at the front. This is how you get on this motorbike ride. It's a bit different to your normal roller coaster. The way you sit and the way that you're held in with the clamp on your back and on your shins. But you'll realise when you go on it, that's why you need to be on it, so you don't stand up, and so you're aerodynamic as well. I have actually been on two similar ones to these before, and this one was a little bit underwhelming pace-wise. From what it looked like, it was expecting to be much, much faster. This is the Matterhorn Blitz ride I was just on about, and this is like a full ride all the way down on it. It's basically a bobsled, and it's slightly different. It's got an arm that sort of holds you in place, because obviously you can see you're not on any rails or anything, but there's an arm that goes over the outside which holds you in place. You can actually control the speed fast and slow yourself. I mean, obviously you can go full blast on it because that would be dangerous if not, but it does feel like you need to put the brakes on, but I just put it straight down and let it go, and you can can see it's quite fast, but there is areas where it slows you down automatically. I don't know how it does it, but it does. But it's yeah, it's quite a fun ride actually, and it's quite a lengthy one. I'm not sure how I feel about this visit to Toverland really, because we kind of wanted to get involved in the Halloween aspect of it. I mean, it's probably our fault for not looking into it for a bit more beforehand and realising that actually the tickets get sold out quick. But as a standalone theme park, I don't really think there was that much there or anything that was over thrilling apart from maybe the wooden roller coaster and the first coaster that we went on. So if you're paying €45 for it, you'd probably expect a little bit more. But like I say, the Halloween side of it might have made it much better, but we didn't get to experience that, so ours was a bit short-lived in here. One thing I will say though that I did notice on the way round and speaking to people, everybody spoke perfect English, which I've come to expect from going to the Netherlands, but they were also really, really friendly as well, so that makes your day, you know, a bit more enjoyable when you've got that side of things going well. We did leave the theme park a little bit earlier than we planned to, mainly because we couldn't have access to any of the Halloween stuff, but the weather actually turned out much nicer as well. Look, as you can see in the sky, we've sort of got a really nice sunset on the way out. So that's the end of these 3 theme park trips that we've just done. Thank you once again for checking them out, and I look forward to seeing you all again once I get some new videos uploaded for you. Until then, take care. Bye bye.